Welcome to WhatBot. In this tutorial, we'll go over the basics to get started as a new user. First, let's take a look at the interface. At the top left, you'll see a hamburger icon that can be clicked to trigger the menu. On Mac, you'll find this option under WhatBot in the menu bar. Here in the menu, you can access your preferences, billing information, the CAPTCHA solver, as well as deactivate WhatBot should you need to move it to another machine. To get started, you'll want to click Preferences in the menu. A window will pop up where you can add your scraper proxies and checkout proxies. Proxies can be username and password or IP authentication based. Simply copy and paste your proxies in as a list. Scraper and checkout proxies can be the same, but make sure none of your checkout proxies are banned. A bad checkout proxy can cause the checkout to fail entirely. You can find more information about the scraper throttle, restock scraper quantity, and the restock scraper delay in the manual. For now, leave these options at default. Once you have added proxies, you can close the window and they will save automatically. Click on the menu again, and this time, go to Billing. This is where you will add credit cards for tasks to use. Click on the large blue plus icon on the top right to add a new card. A screen will pop up where you can enter in the card info. When you're finished, click the pink Save button on the top right. You will now see your card is added and ready to use. You can add more cards if desired, or close the window. To delete a card, right-click it and select Delete. Next, click on the menu again and select CAPTCHA. A window called What CAPTCHA will appear. This is where CAPTCHAs can be solved in WhatBot, and you'll likely want to leave it open the entire time you're using the bot. First, you'll sign into a Google account by clicking Launch next to YT at the bottom. Sign into your account and leave YouTube running on something like a radio page or a looping video to allow your one-click CAPTCHAs to build. By default, AutoSolve is turned on and will automatically solve one-click CAPTCHAs for you without you having to interact with them. If you want to switch accounts, you can click on the Reset button next to Launch, and then you can get additional one-click CAPTCHAs on your new account. Once you have all of the previous steps set up, now it's time to add task groups. Task groups are a little bit unique to WhatBot. Think of a task group as a product finder. You tell a task group what site you want it to run on and what product you want it to find. Once the task group finds a match, it sends that product to all of the tasks, and those tasks attempt to check out. To add a task group, click the plus icon at the bottom left of the window. An Add Group panel will slide out where you can set the name for your group, choose the site, as well as add a variety of scrapers. Scrapers will be covered in more depth in the manual. As a general rule, JSON 15 is the best scraper to add if it's available. For every scraper running, you'll want at least 10 scraper proxies to help avoid a ban. You can have more or less proxies than this. The choice is up to you. Click the pink Save button and you will now see the group in the sidebar of the bot. Inside of the task group, you can set your keywords via regex, early link, or basic keywords. By default, WhatBot uses regex keywords. These are far more advanced than a typical bot and take some getting used to. It is strongly suggested that you read the manual before running your first task group, as it has extended information on this as well as many other topics that are not covered in this video. In addition to your primary keywords, you can add negative keywords to help filter products out, as well as set a minimum and maximum price range of what products the bot will pick up. In addition to this, you can schedule a start time and date, as well as provide a head start value for your tasks. Please consult the manual for more information on advanced keywording and head start information. You will also see a restock mode field here. By default, WhatBot sets the restock mode to safe to avoid proxy bans. You can select other options, and for more information on Brute and Rotate, please consult the manual. Once you have entered all of the desired information, click the blue plus sign icon at the right to add your first task. By default, Whatbot assigns a size of random and a test billing profile. No username and passwords will be assigned by default, and the flow will be set to base with the pre-checkmark checked. The pre-checkmark determines if cart preload is on or off. For any page that has a password up, you want the pre-checkmark unchecked. In most other scenarios, you'll want it checked. You can edit any of these values by clicking on them. Every task can have individual information associated with it. For more information on the flow options such as Mix and API, please consult the manual. Once you have set all the information for your tasks, click the pink Start button. You will see a top portion of the window change and show you the scraper information for your running tasks. Once Whatbot has successfully found a product, it will immediately attempt to check out that product. Since I have a test profile assigned here, this task is going to fail. If you want to stop a task group, click the pink Stop button next to Start. You can only edit tasks when they are stopped. To edit your scrapers, what site you're running, or the group name, you can click the cog icon in the top right. This will open the Edit Group panel that you saw before. Just like a billing profile, you can right-click the tasks and select Delete to remove them. You can also right-click the entire task group in the sidebar and select Delete to remove it as well. This should cover all of the basics to get started with Whatbot. For more information, you can use /WB-help in the Slack to provide you with a link to the manual. You can also use #support for additional help.